What is up, everybody? I am one of your hosts of the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am the Hot Commodity ENC, your WWE pay-per-view champion. Look at that beautiful belt. Defending it at the Royal Rumble. And I'm joined by my good friend. He's got his own shit coming soon, and I can't wait to plug that for you once you get your website and everything down. Introduce yourself, sir.
What's up? I'm Chris. I'm a co-host here. Let's talk about SmackDown because I think somebody else might have violated our wellness policy, Ant.
Oh, it's fucking AJ's. People be taking steroids, it looks like. Someone posted a meme, they're like, it was a picture of Randy and AJ, and they go, like WWE 1988, because they're like making fun of the fact that they're so jacked that it's like, AJ Styles, listen, we'll get there. There's a lot of stuff that happened tonight. Ant's here too. He might be popping in, to say hi every now and then. But yes, as Christian said, we are covering WWE Friday Night SmackDown from December 15th, 2023, live in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Mr. Kennedy, you remember him?
Fuck the fuck.
Ken Anderson. So we start out SmackDown with the Bloodline coming out. Roman Reigns is here finally. We've been waiting for him to show up.
Who's that?
Yeah. He's our champion, surprisingly. Yeah. So Roman says, tonight is about one man. God forbid something happens to me. He's next in line. Jimmy, join me in congratulating your brother Solo. So at this time, Jimmy's thinking it's going to be for him, and no, he's talking about Solo Roman. Jay looks upset, and Roman tells Solo, I love you. Now you see, and then Randy Orton comes out before he can continue. Randy says, for months I've been thinking about what I want to say, but all I want to say is I'm coming for you. You took 18 months from me, and I'm taking everything from you. It starts tonight and at the Royal Rumble because I'm challenging you for the WWE title. Roman says, by the sounds of the fans, you deserve it. 18 months you thought about this. I haven't thought about you at all. You can go to the back of the line where you belong because you are not a worthy contender. Do what you do. Tap into that dumb head. It's not 2007 anymore. I'm levels above you and everyone else. Those voices are telling you to run. If you have a match with me, you ain't ever coming back. Randy says, maybe you're right. I'm looking at the tribal chief, and you have evolved for the better. You, sir, are a legend. I have evolved. But the one thing I'll forever be is finish it, brother.
Oh, what do you say? A legend killer?
A legend killer. Yep. Yep. And Randy goes to hit Roman Reigns with an RKO, but Roman's able to slip out. Randy says, maybe you should start to think of me. The voices are telling me that Roman, you might have just crapped your pants. And he goes, Daddy's back. And that ends the segment. So pretty much this segment was to make it clear that Randy wants Roman at the Royal Rumble. It also was to show that Jimmy, you're not Roman's number one guy. So what are your take on both of those situations?
I thought this is exactly what it had to be. It didn't have to. Can you hear me?
Yes, I feel like I'm traveling back in time and I'm discovering myself this morning at 4:30 when all the lights went off. That was trying to figure out what the fuck was wrong. Trying. Go ahead.
I'm in college for electrical, so I knew what was wrong right away. I just gotta fix this. But
that's all right.
I think this is exactly what it had to be. Randy didn't have to overdo shit. He made it very clear, Roman, he's coming for Roman, and it makes sense. That's the reason why he went to SmackDown in the first place, in my opinion, because that he needs to get to Roman. The Bloodline's pretty much the people who took him out. Not pretty much, they fucking are. With Roman saying Solo tribal chief is interesting because I think we see Solo in the future when the time is right, maybe turn on Roman, but I wonder what this means for. Okay, that's good.
Perfect.
I wonder what this means for Jimmy, right? Oh, that didn't fucking help at all, actually. I don't know what this means for Jimmy.
You're like fucking a wrestler.
Jimmy's whole. I don't understand the whole Jimmy turn, right? They did the whole thing with Jimmy where they both turned on Roman,
Mm-hmm.
and then Jimmy ended up just turning on Jay for no reason.
I heard a theory that I want to throw at you really quick, and I don't like to say spoilers, and I really hope this doesn't happen because I hate when I find something out before. What I was reading was that Roman's gonna lose at WrestleMania to Cody Rhodes, and he's gonna make Solo be the tribal chief while he's gone, and then he's gonna come back. Now, I really hope that doesn't happen because in my eyes, again, you have this long reigning title run, and you're just gonna drop it to some guy that you beat last year. Hopefully that doesn't happen. That's being floated around. But Solo is definitely being pushed to be, in Roman's eyes, the next tribal chief. I don't know how I feel about that because I don't really think Solo's really done anything to prove that he's really, like he's cool. He's, one of the Usos, but aside from his fucking thumb, there's really nothing that he's done to make him, in my eyes, be considered tribal chief.
No, I agree. I mean, he beat John Cena.
Yep, he did beat John Cena. He did. That's right. Don't forget that. That is true. So our first match of the night is the #1 contender. Well, the first round of the U.S. tournament title. I don't even know what you want to call it. We have Grayson Waller taking on NXT wrestler Carmelo Hayes. And, I was excited to see him. I had seen him at Deadline. And I got to tell you, he did a really good job in this match. They both did a decent job. Before the match, Logan Paul trashes Carmelo Hayes. And he says, Melo doesn't miss, but I missed your entire career. So I didn't think Melo was going to win this one. I thought we were going to get Waller and Owens, but let's talk about the match. Carmelo Hayes nails a drop kick, and then Grayson nails a side kick. Hayes lands the fadeaway and the slingshot cross body. Waller nails a really cool dumbbell stomp to Carmelo Hayes' neck. Hayes nails a pump kick and a face buster. And then the end comes after Hayes nails a first 48 and nothing but net. And surprisingly, in my eyes, Carmelo Hayes moves on to next week on SmackDown. Did you think Carmelo Hayes is going to win? And do you think it was smart? Do you think he's going to be U.S. champion?
No, I mean, it's cool to give him a win. It's going to boost him up a little bit, right? He's kind of the underdog in this whole thing. I kind of told some of my buddies this on Twitter. I said, I hope Carmelo at least gets one win, show everybody he can hang with the main roster guys, and then eventually when they move him up, he'll do something. But yeah, I didn't mind him winning in this. I haven't watched too much NXT. I only watched the pay-per-views, but it was good to see, Melo win. Why not? I wasn't mad.
I thought he did a lot better on SmackDown than at Deadline. I think he actually, and I'm going to say this about the other match, I feel like both U.S. first round matches, they were trying to one up each other. Because I got to tell you, I was a fan of both of those matches. And I thought, I was like, I don't know if I really want to see this. But surprisingly, I thought all four of those guys did pretty good in those matches. So I'm excited to see who will take on Logan Paul. Do they say it's going to take place at the Rumble, or do they not tell us when the match is?
I don't think they'll tell us yet.
Okay. Were you happy with Carmelo Hayes?
Yeah.
He was cool. Did you think he did better on SmackDown or at the Deadline?
Better at SmackDown.
Yeah. He was kind of like, he was basic at Deadline. Didn't do anything.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he's going to win, but I think they're going to let him get maybe another win.
Okay.
Oh, wait. If he gets another win, that would put him in the final.
Yeah, and we'll talk about who he will face when he goes in there. So Randy Orton's backstage and he sees LA Knight, and Orton says, I don't need your help. And LA goes, we know how these numbers work. Orton says, we're cool, right? Let's keep it that way. Stay out of my way. And LA says, I'm going to take everything away from Roman Reigns before anyone else can. I really don't think that's going to happen.
I think Orton and Knight are going to have to fight.
Yes. I think eventually they're going to fight, but I really don't think we're going to get LA Knight versus Mania. I'm sorry, LA Knight versus Randy. Or no, I'm sorry, Roman. LA Knight versus Roman before Randy. I think that we're going to get LA Knight versus Logan Paul at Mania. That would be pretty good. Let's move on. We have another first round match. Kevin Owens taking on Austin Theory. Owens has a cast on for this match. I feel like they should have done this with Logan Paul talking trash, because it's like he did that about Carmelo Hayes and then Hayes won, and now he does it again. And it's kind of like, please don't give us any little like drops. Like, we pick up on stuff. Like, we're smart. Just have the fucking match go on. And it was a big back and forth. We saw Owens land a cannonball off the apron to the floor. Owens lands a frog splash and gets a 2. Austin Theory stomps on Kevin Owens' hands and, the arm. Theory nails a really close slingshot Spanish fly to get a 2 count. He then attacks Owens, sending him across the railing. Owens nails. He actually has Austin Theory in a tree of woe position and nails the cannonball and then a swanton. 2 count. And then Theory kicks Owens' cast and slams it against the steps again. But then Owens says, fuck you, takes the cast and nails Theory in the face. Kevin Owens moves on. And it looks like it's going to be Kevin Owens versus Carmelo Hayes next week on SmackDown. The winner moves on to the finals. What did you think about Kevin Owens winning? And what do you think about Hayes versus Owens?
You said who versus Owens?
Carmelo Hayes, right? Because he beat Grayson Waller.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Kevin Owens. I thought you were talking about Kevin Owens versus Theory.
No, I was talking about that, but I'm saying, like, what do you think about that being the match next week? Owens versus Hayes.
Okay. Sorry. So first off, the Kevin Owens and Austin Theory match was good. I think there's a lot of history with Kevin Owens and Grayson Waller. Right now, Theory and Waller have been kind of teasing Kevin Owens, like just getting on his nerves. So this is a good way for him to go back and, I think he's going to be the one that eventually challenge Logan Paul because Owens, yes, because we've seen a face-to-face between him and Logan Paul before. We've seen him tease. So it would be pretty good. That would be a pretty good way for Logan Paul to get another good talent under his belt before he possibly takes on LA Knight.
And you think that will be at Rumble, or do you think that will be Mania?
Mania, LA Knight, Rumble, Owens.
Okay, I'd be down with that. I don't want to see Owens versus Reigns again, so I will be glad to see Owens versus who was it? Logan Paul. Sorry. Good God. I don't know where I am. Sorry. Okay, so moving on. The Bloodline are backstage, and Roman says Randy Orton ruined Solo's moment. He needs to be silenced. Jimmy says, sounds like a job for the tribal heir. And Roman says, imagine if you did it, you could get anything you want. And then Jimmy goes, yeet. And then Roman looks at him and he's like, no yeet. So, more subtlety is showing that, is Jimmy really all for the Bloodline? What I don't like about this, and this is the only complaint I have about this segment, is you mentioned it earlier. They've already turned on Roman before, right? So why is Roman, pumping up Solo? Why is that making Jimmy so upset to where it's like, I get it, like you've already, like, what you're dealing with. Like, you just joined him again. Like, what you're getting into. Why are you shocked that he's not treating you good? This whole 2 years you've been his bitch. Like, now you're shocked?
That's why I don't understand. That's why I never understood the whole switch to begin with.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
If they made storytelling where, like, Roman saved, someone from an attack, then maybe you could say, like, okay, he showed a sign and Jimmy's but there's been no reason for Jimmy to trust Roman ever. Like, I don't understand. But it's okay. We see the Green Bay Packers at ringside. You're a football fan. Are you a Packers fan? No?
When I was a kid, the Steelers played the Packers in the Super Bowl in 2010, and they beat us. And I was heartbroken. So I will always hate the Green Bay Packers.
I'm a Cowboys fan because my grandma likes them, and the Patriots. So that's it.
I grew up in all Pittsburgh family. My family's from Pittsburgh, so know.
I will root for Pittsburgh for you, and I will also root for the Cowboys and everyone else. We got a Karrion Kross promo. Good to see him again. Kevin Owens is backstage. He talks to Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes just basically says, I have a lot of respect for you, and I'm excited for our match. We get a cool damage control promo, and Bayley says that she wants Rhea's title, and she's going to win the Royal Rumble. She's not facing Rhea. She's going to fight Io. That's clear as day, I think. But would you like Bayley versus Rhea?
Bayley to touch Rhea? Oh
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but for what? What does Bayley need to go after Rhea for? She has a better reason going after Io Sky.
Mm-hmm.
She most likely, that match is most likely set up, and it makes the most sense. And I think once Dakota Kai's cleared, we see a heel turn in damage control. I really do.
Okay. I think, I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens. We have next Mia Yim and Zelina Vega versus the Kabuki Warriors with Dakota Kai. And I will tell you, out of all the women's tag matches I've watched, this one wasn't that bad. They gave it their all.
They're gonna get the title.
Who?
Asuka and
and Kyrie. Sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe they were champions before. I don't see why not.
I think it should be like between them and Damage Control.
Well, if Damage Control breaks up,
I don't think they're gonna break up. They're just gonna get rid of Bayley.
Okay. So let's talk about this match. Zelina and Mia attack the Kabuki Warriors before the bell. Zelina nails a cool double arm DDT and a 619, but Asuka applies the Asuka lock. But Mia Yim's like not playing. She has a spine slam to Asuka, and then Kyrie hits Zelina Vega with an Alabama slam on top of the announce table. And Dakota Kai distracts the referee. Bayley pushes Mia Yim off the top, and then Kyrie hits an insane elbow, and the Kabuki Warriors get the win thanks to Bayley again. When do you think we're gonna see the turn? Because right now they're just playing it up. Bayley's kind of the hero right now. She's helping. We know that they're not fans of her. Do you think we're gonna get the turn before Rumble or after Rumble?
In the Rumble.
In the Rumble. Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
In the Rumble.
That would be interesting.
I think we get not Dakota. I think we get Asuka, Io, and Bayley inside the Rumble.
You mean Kyrie?
Kyrie. I meant Kyrie, Asuka.
You got him confused too earlier with Io.
Kyra, Asuka, and Io inside the ring with Bayley.
You think Io is going to be in the Rumble?
Oh no, I'm dumb.
You guys are getting confused.
No, I'm getting
so many now.
I think it's Kyrie and Asuka who's gonna eliminate them two together.
Okay. What I could see is them getting rid of Bayley.
Maybe Dakota Kai will come back at the Rumble.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna get rid of Bayley.
You think they're gonna get rid of Bayley? I thought you said that Bayley was gonna get rid of them.
No. They're gonna get rid of Bayley.
Yep. And then Bayley's gonna be like, "What the fuck?
Yeah,
I just trying to help you guys." Okay, that would be good. Because the thing is with Bayley, she's been such a good heel that we want to have sympathy for her. We don't want to look at Bayley and be like, "Oh, poor Bayley." Like, we want to really feel bad for Bayley if something's gonna happen. So, because she's been dastardly these past couple of years since she broke that side pony and all those Bayley wacky inflatable buddies. Pissing me off. So Jimmy's backstage talking to Solo. Jimmy goes, "It feels like a setup. You would tell me if something were to happen, right?" And then Solo just says, "I'm your brother." I have a brother. Bruce Pritchard talks about this. Brothers don't always get along. So just because he's his brother doesn't mean that. I mean, he didn't say, "I'm going to help you." He said, "I'm your brother." Okay. Yeah, you are. Are you going to help me? Are you going to fucking help me? Again, these little teases, I think, are ruining it for me because we know it's going to happen. Stop telling us shit. Let us experience it. That was intense, huh?
Yeah.
Can you promote that? Well, what was that? We need some sponsors. I'm taking Elf Bar.
I don't want to promote marijuana.
Oh, why not? Let's do it. It's
okay.
Local. It's local in some places. Let's do it local.
All right.
Legal. It's legal
everywhere.
We're taking a free sponsor break.
Shout out to Rivel.
Rivel.
Fluent Medical Dispensary. I live in Pennsylvania. I have my medical card. This is for medical purposes only.
Mine is for pleasure. This is my midlife. I don't know. The dude gave it to me today, so respect. See, I don't go the dispensary.
After we just talked on the phone earlier, that I don't have anything. I've been dry.
Well, I was, but that's why he just came to give it to me because I asked him. I texted him. I said,
okay.
I was like, "Can you spot me till Friday?" And he said, "Cool." So I got my stuff. We are all cannabis friendly here. My little game. I spent so much money on the games. I used to get free shit. I got a free game tray. So respect. You know, we medicinal purposes. It keeps us calm. Keeps us watching WWE sometimes in AEW.
AEW.
AEW for sure. By the way, I was gonna correct you, sir. And I'm gonna promote your little. What is it called again? Space. On Twitter. Yeah. Join Christian on that. Christian actually introduced me to this whole thing, and he's actually the one behind the whole getting people to talk about wrestling on Space. So if
guys, if you guys are ever on Twitter and you guys want to talk to me and Ant, all three of us, live on Twitter, fucking join our spaces, dude. Yeah. Join my spaces.
There's a lot of people.
There's an official. Just now that the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast Ant made his official, Twitter. So just go search it up.
And I gotta have you help me because I'm old and Christian gets all the fucking viewers. So it's like we're gonna 10 minutes. So what I was gonna say to you really quick, Thunder Rosa came back at Collision. Spoiler alert.
I don't know. Oh my God. Why the fuck are you gonna have Thunder Rosa come back at Collision?
Did you see what happened?
Yes, next week. Why are you gonna throw her in a meaningless tag match in her hometown for her big return? Why? She's the only woman in this fucking. She's the only woman in that roster I watch. I don't. Oh my God.
Thunder Rosa. I like her, man. Ooh,
I love her.
She's cool. Let's talk quick about this last match and segment. We have Randy Orton taking on Jimmy Uso for this is the first time, right? We see Randy nail 2 back suplexes to Jimmy onto the table, gets a 2 count. Jimmy nails a running hip attack in the corner. Randy pokes Jimmy in the eye. Orton nails a draping DDT. And then Solo Sikoa comes out, but then LA Knight does as well. LA attacks Solo, and then Randy nails an RKO to Jimmy Uso. But the main shit that happens is after the match. So after Roman Reigns comes out, there's 8 minutes left. And I'm like, what the fuck is going to happen now? I'm like, are they going to have a face-off? I knew someone was going to hit the fan. So Roman comes out. He attacks LA Knight from behind. Randy and Roman brawl. And then Jimmy attacks Randy. LA attacks, but Solo then gets involved in the Bloodline's in control. And then AJ Styles returns, a phenomenal one. He takes out Roman Reigns with a phenomenal forearm. And then AJ, Randy, and LA Knight stand tall. But not LA Knight. AJ clotheslines LA Knight and walks right past the Bloodline. And he looks at Randy, and there really wasn't much given to why AJ attacked LA Knight.
Yeah, I don't get why that even happens.
But, and I don't know if, Christian, you can touch upon this, because I saw this, I think I talked to you about this earlier. In Impact, AJ Styles had a character where he was like the lone wolf, kind of, from what I heard, where he wore all black and shit. So people are assuming that he's going back to that character where he's just in it for himself, not worried about groups, just hurting who he wants to hurt. Is that right? Was that sort of his gimmick? Because I didn't know.
Oh my God, yeah. I grew up watching AJ Styles on TNA, and he was the guy where, lone wolf, he didn't ride with anybody. So anyway, it was pretty.
I'm trying to fucking screen.
It was pretty good.
I'm trying not to look too.
It was pretty good. I put it this way, but AJ Styles was that guy in TNA where he was that lone wolf. He didn't rock with anybody except for that one main event Mafia shit. But if he does return back to this character, it would be really good.
I think they should have waited for him to turn on LA Knight a little bit, maybe.
Well, we gotta see what they're doing with it. I was gonna ask you too, Christian. Like, do you think that this character of AJ, we're supposed to dislike him, or are we supposed to like be like he's AJ Styles or whoever?
Me, I'm gonna love it because it's AJ
Yeah.
Styles. I grew up typical wrestling fan. They're gonna boo him.
Yeah.
LA Knight's one of the hottest baby faces in professional wrestling. Fuck yeah, they're gonna boo him now. Hell yeah.
Man, see, I'll boo it. I can't boo AJ. I like him too much. I can't boo him. I think, like Dominic, I can boo because I like Dominic. He's a great wrestler. He's good with the crowd, but like he loves it. AJ's the bomb. I know he's gonna want the boos because that's his character, but like, I don't know. I just respect AJ Styles so much. I don't know if I really boo him. But I mean, listen, this is it for this episode of SmackDown. My question for you is, with everyone back in the mix, Royal Rumble's coming up. I'm going to ask you this pretty much every time we get forward to the Rumble until predictions. Right now, who do you think is going to win for the men's and women's? We got a couple of weeks.
The women's, I'm still iffy on. The men's, Chick Magnet Punk. Chicago made Punk.
Okay.
I think CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble as of right now. I gotta see what happens on Raw. But
one last question.
Wait, the women.
Go ahead. The women, yes, I forgot. The women.
How much time to go?
5 minutes.
Okay. The women, I will say, I don't know. Gotta get back to you.
Well, now that Charlotte's out of the picture,
I think Becky or Bayley.
Still don't know.
Wow. We're just talking about Charlotte being out of the picture, and the highlights on our TV is Charlotte getting injured.
You have Raw on?
No, from SmackDown when she jumped off the top rope, and then she's out for like months.
Oh, I thought you had Raw.
Sorry, no. This is Ant was looking up highlights from SmackDown, and they're showing the recap of Damage Control just like beating everybody. There's a lot now that there's all these other stars being. My question I was going to ask, and this is the last question for everybody: do you think we're going to get a swerve, and Punk's not going to win?
Do I think Punk's not going to win?
Like, I mean, like for example,
maybe. But if he doesn't win, it has to be Cody.
Right.
I have a feeling like some random Brock Lesnar or someone's going to throw him out. And then it's like WrestleMania 40, CM Punk versus. I hope that doesn't happen. But like Ant just said, they're making it very obvious who's going to win, and that's not really good.
Although Cody Rhodes is in it too.
I think it's going to be two winners. I think it's going to be Cody and CM Punk. And that Elimination Chamber, they're going to find who's the winner. They're going to do either the two of them against each other, or they're going to have a number one contenders Elimination Chamber match. Cody is going Punk or Cody's going to win. Cody's going to challenge Roman. Punk is going to challenge Seth. That's what I think is going to happen. But we still got weeks to go. How many more weeks? Like 5? Now 4. 4 more weeks. God, it's going to go by fast.
That's only 4 Raws, 4 SmackDowns.
4 Raws and 4 SmackDown. Do you have anything you want to add in before we?
No.
How about you, Christian? Anything you want to talk about SmackDown before we wrap up?
Nope. Just enjoy Raw. I cannot wait to see if Punk and Rollins have a face-to-face.
Dude, I just hope it gets more intense. I feel like if he wins the Rumble, they're gonna go deep, and it's gonna be good for us to watch. So I'm excited. Make sure you check out Christian. What's your Twitter account or X account now?
At WrestleTV or at Chris WrestleTV still.
Yep. Check us out. You might be able to hear us. You might be able to talk to us. That would be fun. Check us out there. Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, wherever you get your podcasts. Give us a like and subscribe. That'd be really great. No, you can't really subscribe, but no, I think you can. You can download our episodes, I think, on Spotify. As far as YouTube, make sure you like, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. Let us know what are your thoughts about SmackDown. And keep on subscribing. We got 555 subscribers now. Lucky number. I like that number. 555, not 6.
Almost at 1,000. Road to 1,000, Ant.
Dude, the road, we're gonna make it. Hopefully by the end of 2024. Not gonna happen, but hopefully.
That 1,000's big on YouTube, believe it or not.
Dude, I'm trying. We're trying to get there. We're
You
making
can
it.
get monetized and shit at 1,000.
We will spread the wealth around, sir. So with that being said, we have Raw to watch. We'll be dropping our NXT recap shortly because that was a good episode. Hopefully we got the tag titles on the line, Judgment Day versus the Creed Brothers. We got the Miracle on 34th Street match, R-Truth versus JD McDonough. The tag titles, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven versus who was it that won? Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, right?
34th.
Yeah, they just did
It's a holiday
promo.
match.
Tonight?
Yeah.
They just did a meaningless promo right now. It meant nothing. So
No, I'm very looking forward to that. With that, we're gonna say goodbye for now. We'll be back to dropping more episodes. Attitude Years is still coming out. We just finished Backlash in Your House, so check that out. Christian's always gonna be up on X, letting us know his insights to wrestling. That's good to hear because you don't just cover WWE, you cover AEW. You talk about what's going on behind the scenes. Busted Open is a really good place to kind of get everything going on at once in one shot. So that's cool.
I'm
Definitely.
gonna be streaming on Twitch at Chris Wrestle TV soon. So also look out for that.
You're doing that on Twitch?
Yep.
Okay.
Twitch TV.
Okay. Now, is that video games or is that just?
That's a streaming site.
Oh, okay. See, Christian gonna give me all the information. This is great. Well, we got less than a minute. Stay safe. Christian's excited. I am too. We'll be talking about this when we cover Raw. Stay uncensored. Bye,
This
guys.
is why WWE is better than AEW, ladies and